Hey, it's me, your high heels in the boardroom, cocktails at midnight, luxury loving, dill closing, no filter boss babe. And that is Salty City. Come with me for some real talk, big goals, zero apologies, and let's get salty. Welcome back, everybody, to Salty City. I am so excited about this episode. I have a feeling this one might be pretty salty because my best friend, Zale, is joining me today. If you know Zale and I, or you know anything about my life, when the two of us get together, it gets salty. So here we go. Oh my God. Okay, so this is so great. We've got our champagne. I don't even know what to expect today because the stories that we have and the times that we have together and the ups and downs and the ebbs and the flows. And how many years have we been friends now? You're always better with this one. I always forget.
Since we were 14.
Yeah. And now we're in our 40s.
Yeah, it's almost 20 years.
Yeah. That would be more than 20 years.
You tell me.
Be 27.
Uh-huh.
Right? Well,
don't
we
say
have
I'm
a
better,
lot of strengths and things from each other, but apparently math isn't one. So like Zale said, we have been best friends since we were 14 years old, or I guess met and became friends. And our friendship has gone through some really interesting ebbs and flows. In fact, it's kind of interesting that we became friends in our 20s again and what life came after that. So do you remember the first time we met at 14? What was your first impression of me?
I remember not even seeing you, but hearing you. And the first impression was a presence. And all I could hear was, I look like fucking Madonna. And in came this beautiful bombshell blonde, Lindsay fucking Kaufman.
I think that was when my sister cut my hair really short.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
I actually remember coming down Michelle's stairs.
Yep.
Yeah. And I was pissed though. I was pissed because I had this beautiful long blonde hair. My sister was going through or beauty school. Let's just say beauty school. And anyway, going through her beauty school, she wanted to give me a haircut, and my hair went from average length to literally right here. I felt like it was lined up with my chin.
Yeah.
And I was really platinum blonde.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny. And then it was pretty much love at first sight from there.
Yeah, I would say that from there, many adventures began.
Oh, yeah.
Stories that we may or may not ever tell.
Yeah, there's some that will. Sorry, friends. There will be some that won't be told. They're in the vault.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure if you have a best friend, you know you have a vault. When I told you this is what I want to do, and I don't even know how long it's been because it started with I wanted to write a book and all this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Why do you think I'm doing it, and what have I told you about it?
I think that for 15 years, I've been saying you need to write a book. You need to do stand-up comedy. We need to share these with women and just in general with the public. It's just the honest truth. The honest truth can sometimes be hard to have. And I think that sometimes, especially with today, with social media and everything being right there in front of you, sometimes it's very superficial. Yeah. And people need that honest truth, and you're great at it. You show up authentically with the honest truth.
Thanks.
And then also elevating people, making them truly the best version of themselves.
Aw, thanks, friend.
Yeah.
I think, and I've talked about, my introduction episode and why salty and why I'm doing this. And it really does come down to the core of, I really do love to lead people, guide. I like to be an inspiration, not because I think I'm inspirational. I think it's because I've gone through some really interesting things, and my lessons that I've learned, I feel can be shared and be helpful for individuals that are going through the thick of it and dealing with life and the messy things that come with life. But I also think outside of like leadership and inspiration, like it's so important to me to just have a good time. And everyone knows like I have a mouth. I don't know. I just really enjoy like individuals having a good time, and it makes me happy to see everyone else happy. Hence salty. Like I am probably very salty.
Reminds me of when I did a swear jar.
Oh,
Do you remember this?
Yes. Poor Connor.
And my oldest son, I did a swear jar so that anytime I swore, but there was one rule, and that rule was if I was with you, it did not count. And then do you remember I wasn't there and Chris was skiing with you guys, my husband?
Oh, yes.
And he swore, and Connor's like, that's a quarter. And you're, I'm with Chris or I'm with Lindsay.
I'm here. Yeah. No one can hold accountability to a swear jar.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting because like Zale and I became friends young. We had a blast. We spent a lot of time together, fun memories. Your car, the Honda, what was it?
Honda Civic.
The Honda Civic, the blue Honda Civic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, baby. That car just...
Yeah.
We've got some memories in there. One flashing through my head that would be so funny to tell, but I'm sorry, you guys. It's in the vault. It's terrible. Oh, my goodness.
Let's just say we're lucky to be alive today.
Yeah, we are very lucky to be alive with that one. Yeah. But so many good things, and we had so much fun. And, you know, it's interesting because you fast forward not even 3 years, and our lives changed immensely. 3-4 years. Little did we know, which was funny because we kind of had a falling apart before our lives changed. Mm-hmm. And I don't even think we knew that each other was in the same situation as ourselves. Like, because I had found out I was pregnant, you were pregnant about the same time.
Yeah.
And I don't think we actually knew that each of us were pregnant because we weren't really talking. Like, I don't know exactly what happened, but our friendship kind of just dissipated for a minute, and we had gone on our separate ways. And the biggest change in our lives, or the biggest thing to happened, and we didn't like communicate with each other about it.
Yeah.
But I think it was later on.
I remember vividly, we had our good friend that we met through.
Yeah.
Leaving. She was moving out of state. And so we knew each other had kids, and they were 3 months old.
Yeah.
But we hadn't talked, and we went to lunch one day with her to say goodbye. And that
was like the beginning of the, yeah. I had just turned 17. My daughter was 3 months old. You had just turned 18.
Mm-hmm.
And he was 3 months old, mm-hmm. which is so funny. Like our kids are literally 9 days apart.
I know.
Besties do the same things. So yeah, our kids were literally like 9 days apart. It's just, you know, it's funny looking back because like I feel like there's so much support that we probably both needed during that time. Mm-hmm. But the support we provided each other when our kids were that young and we were that young, it's so funny looking back on. Like, do you remember just like going to each other's houses with the kid, like with our kids? Because we both had to move back in with our parents. Yeah. That's a whole nother story, but we both had to move back in with our parents individually. We were these just cute young single moms, and we'd bring our kids to each other's houses and hang out in our rooms and like look at magazines, paint our nails. It's just so funny to look back on.
I think one of the most profound moments, though, is the level of support that would come from just those slow times and those mm-hmm. moments of being together, the camaraderie and like the almost like sisterhood that we built of understanding silently what each other was going through, yeah. but also verbally like communicating like, here's the challenges. But then the support our kids gave each other all growing up.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. They're like siblings.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I mean, they would go to school and tell each other, or tell their teachers, I have 2 moms. We're like, yeah, I guess pretty much, you know, and I kind of skipped from the time that, you know, had moved into our parents' house and we were raising our cute little babies. Prior to that, we really were supporting each other, going through a very big life change as well as trying to get out of not so good relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really hard. Like, I know both of us went through that around the same time in different ways. And I had gotten married. You weren't married, luckily. I had gotten married. And I mean, it's a big thing. And that's one thing I think is a huge takeaway in being a young girl, especially in the Salt Lake culture, the pressure of feeling like you have to stay with that person or you're trying to make it work out when it's really unhealthy and it's not good. Mm. And I just think, God, we broke through that. Like, can you imagine if we were still in that situation?
No. And I mean, even to speak on that, I even got married later.
Yes.
Due to that same pressure.
Yeah.
You know, society says you're a young mom and you must be a family unit.
Yeah.
And I made a lot of choices during that time of my life to meet society's needs, right?
Yeah.
To have that facade of what they say a family unit looks like.
Yeah. No, I think that's important to bring up because I feel like that was a huge pressure. And I feel like I made some decisions and felt like I needed to find somebody to have that look a certain way and be a certain way, especially when you're that young and you're going through like the identity crisis already and the pressures that come from being a young single mom or what society puts on. It was really heavy. Do you remember when, I don't remember exactly what time period or which one of our divorces this was with, but do you remember being like, or maybe I was going through a divorce or one of my divorces, I don't remember, because you had told me, you're like, we're going to write it all down and we're going to go up to this place. It was like an overlook in Draper. Mm-hmm. You're like, we're going to go up to this place and we're just going to scream and rip that paper up and let it all go. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. And guess what? I live by there now.
I know.
And I totally forgot about that memory.
Yeah, I know. You live like right there.
Yeah.
And I just like, it's
now
funny.
Called Makeout Point. So a lot of different memories happen there.
But yeah, I mean, it's just like that bond of friendship. And when someone understands, like, you're going through the thick of it and all of the bullshit and all of the messy, but you're not getting judged. You have somebody that can just, like, I don't know, pull you in and do something like that in a gesture that probably changed the outcome in so many ways.
Yeah. I would say that without a doubt, you were always the calm in my storm. And I would show up and you didn't even have to say anything, or I didn't have to say anything. You always knew what I needed. And
same with you.
It could have been a drink. It could have been a cry. It could have been a sit on the couch all day and watch Grey's Anatomy.
Oh yeah, that was always
there
good.
There was so many ways, but you knew exactly what I needed just by the look on my face or the tone in my voice.
Yeah, I think that's like the best thing about having your bestie or someone so close is, like, you just need that sometimes.
Yeah.
I think our husbands get a little bit jealous now, but it's fine.
My husband says he knows what he signed up for.
They were like, how do I get in this circle? But no, it is. It's honestly like such a great part of friendship. And again, it took our friendship to go through some really highs and lows to get to this point and to get to I don't know, a time where we can love each other, hold accountability, be honest with each other, and kind of just let go of the bullshit. Like, it's very, I don't know, what would you call it? I'm trying to think of how to title that.
I think it's the true meaning of unconditional love, and showing up for someone authentically the way they need to be shown up for, but as well as showing up for yourself that way with them.
Yeah.
Because again, there's just such honesty. And I think that that's the foundation of it, you know, and we get to be true about the salty. We get to be true about the good. We get to be true about the fun and the milestones that we've made, as well as the ugly.
Yeah. Because there's ugly and great in any relationship.
Yeah.
If you think about it, we've actually been in a 27-year marriage.
Oh, yes. Who's the first person I call? My number one bitch.
Yeah. And you are in my phone. I'm in your phone that way. And I was actually listening. There was a reel the other day, and it was like, tell me that you don't have your friend's maiden name in your best friend's maiden name in your phone still. And I was like, oh my God, I do. But I have like all of them. So like when you call me, it goes through this like trail. It's like Zale, number one bitch, Zale this, Zale that. And it just like every like maiden name, current name. I'm like, this is hilarious. Like it's just this running trail.
Oh, yeah. Yours too. It's got the nickname Belin's.
Oh,
Back in the day. Lynn's number one bitch, all the names.
Oh, that nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a fun, belligerent person. Hence the nickname, Belin's.
Yeah.
We're going to roll right into the number one bitch energy. Where to come from? Why do we have it? And it has lasted a really long time, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
Do you even remember what it came from? You would actually, I don't remember things very well. I feel like you are the memory in this relationship.
I want to say this was during the time that you and I actually lived together.
Uh-huh.
When I just got a divorce.
Uh-huh.
And you had your two older children, and I had my oldest son. And it was just that era where we were that true number one bitch for everyone, for each other.
For each other.
I think it started in one of our evenings where
having drinks,
we think we're funny and we're cackling back and forth about our own inside jokes. And it came from that.
That's so funny. Yeah. Okay. I couldn't remember. So, and it's lasted like our husbands and everybody, like even when my kids are like, your number one bitch is calling.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't remember where it came from. Since you said that, that does make sense.
Yeah.
Who earned the title first?
Honestly, the night I remember vividly that I think we came up with it. We were out on your porch.
Oh, yeah.
And remember when I was like, I think I really need to smoke a cigarette today. And it's the only time I've smoked a cigarette in my life. Maybe throwing a couple beverages all over the house, having a good time. And we were out, I think in our underwear, hanging out, smoking on your porch.
That's right, on the back of my porch.
Yeah.
And that is the only time you smoked a cigarette.
Yep.
Now everybody vapes, but, back then it was like smoky sex or smoking, sexy smoking is what I meant.
And I remember exactly what it was that I wanted. It was those,
I don't even know I don't even see those anymore. They're the individual, like little cigar looking cigarettes that the gas station would sell.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what they were called. But they had different flavors and stuff.
I'm pretty sure it was that night where we were like, you know what? We're each other's number one.
Back porch in our underwear, having drinks and smoking a cigarette. Yeah. That's hilarious. I love it. Oh my God. That was so long ago.
Well, you know how that night started, right?
No, I told you you're the memory.
Remember when I slipped and fell in some beer?
Oh, okay.
Was a pants off dance party. And then we were throwing
and beers. It was just beers and the funniest part is like there was no one there. Like we were just having a blast. And that's what we did. Yeah. Like we didn't need to go anywhere. We didn't need to do anything. We just had to like get together, have fun, and that's what we did.
Our idea of fun was doing that, and then remember we would go to 7-Eleven and get nachos.
Ooh, nachos with their cheese.
And then the Sour Patch Kids.
Yes. Yes. And it was either Grey's Anatomy or what else did we watch? It was Grey's Anatomy,
Sex and
the City, of course. And I feel like those were kind of like the top.
Yeah.
The top two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, God, there were so many Grey's Anatomies. But they were good back then.
They were good.
What's our official cocktail and why would it explain our friendship?
I feel like it depends on our mood.
Yeah.
Honestly. I'm going to have to go with the Cosmo.
I think the Cosmo for sure.
Because I feel like it explains the essence, what I feel that we create in the world, and also those core memories that we have together. And it's delicate, it's beautiful, it's light, but man, it hits you with a bang.
Yes, I love that. No, I think it's true because, like, I even think back to like our girls' trips to like New York and just who we are at a core. Like, the Cosmo is just, it's just kind of it. And like you said, like Sex and the City was such a big piece of our young adult lives that I think was like the first show that we really like could grasp onto, and women were like outspoken and speaking their truth, and we just found like our identity, I think, in that. And like a Cosmo was such a big piece to her and to that show that we just kind of,
Yeah.
that's us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of sweet. It's a little bit of essence. But man, you don't know how it'll hit you sometimes.
After a while. Have we ever gotten kicked out of a bar or someplace where we accidentally were a little bit too wild?
I mean, we very well should have.
Remember when we got yelled at the Joshua Radin concert?
That one's a good one. Oh, we actually did get kicked out of there because you decided that we had to emphatically go get our boobs signed by Joshua Radin.
Yeah, which is like,
And I was
not.
I had a 2-week-old and I was breastfeeding.
Yeah.
We actually got whisked out, but we went and hid in the bathroom so that we could go the back way and sneak into the VIP section to get a signature from him.
Which is so funny because that's like not even like the type of music, I guess, that fits, but we loved him.
Yeah. He's coming back.
Yeah, we should go. Actually, we should go.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he'd come on the podcast with us. That would be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Be like, do you remember me in Salt Lake City?
Yeah, let's see. That was
years ago.
13 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago. And I was thinking about like when we went to Nashville for my daughter's 21st birthday. Like, that was so fun. And we went to that cowboy like strip club bar.
Oh, that was a ton of fun.
Yeah. I'm surprised we didn't get kicked out of there.
Yeah. Leave it to us. Take it one step further. We had to show a 21-year-old how to do it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Beyond our friendship, I think something else to highlight here is your career outside of like our friendship and our families and everything we do together. I'd love to highlight like you on your career path, really what you've done. We're in the same boat, single moms trying to make our way. And you have developed your career. You're a director of a sales team. Tell me a little bit about it, or tell everybody a little bit about it and your journey to get there. How you managed to be the person you are here in Salt Lake.
That's a loaded question.
Oh, I know. Big.
I would say that being a director in the healthcare industry and leading a sales team starts with the core foundation of being able to identify talent, identify those skills, but it doesn't mean that has to be directly related to healthcare. I think that as long as they're coachable, you can see those in them. But I would say for me personally, consistency has been a driver of the force, right?
Yeah.
If there's anything that I can outwin anyone in, it's being consistent and being impeccable with my word, and making sure that I show up. I would say that I did a major career shift 10 years ago. I was a pharmacy technician for 18 years. And then moving up in the healthcare world and making sure that I'm driving that name for myself. It's been huge.
Yeah, definitely. Did you have any struggles trying to kind of build your career here in Salt Lake?
Absolutely. I would say here in Salt Lake, in the business development world or healthcare world, a lot of it is being able to build that name for yourself. But then also I would say that having the confidence in yourself to step up and own, this is who I am and this is my worth. I would say where you've actually coached me personally is identifying my own worth, being able to speak that value. There were so many times in my life where I wanted to discount the value that I know I could bring because I didn't feel like other people would be comfortable with me expressing the value that I can bring.
Right.
And being able to own that and say, I know what I'm worth and here's the why. And I know that I'll deliver beyond those expectations.
Yeah. Do you have a time that was a really big struggle for you that you had to overcome that you can share?
There's a profound moment, actually. Do you remember we actually worked together at the time?
Mm-hmm.
And miraculously, just like everything else in my life, you showed up and you came to my office one day and you could see I was vividly upset.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say the hardest thing that I've overcome in business is being able to support people and meet them where they're at, even when their truth is not the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Do you
Yeah.
remember this time?
Yeah.
And being able to show up genuinely and show them that I care and I'm compassionate and I'm there for them and meeting them in their reality, taking on their truth and going from there.
Yeah.
'Cause that was a really challenging time.
Yeah. No, I can see that for sure. Yeah, it's kind of crazy when you go through those challenges, especially in leadership and management. They're definitely there. It's
Mhm.
definitely interesting. When you're having like a really rough time in career, mom, wife, all of that starts just like blending together and you're just at like wit's end. Like, how do you manage your day to day and what makes you successful so you can, accomplish what you need to accomplish?
I would say the best way that I have learned personally to manage it is I need my alone time.
Yeah.
My alone time could look from early in the morning getting my workout to sitting down and having a cocktail with you, but I have to have that time to fill my own cup and be able to pour into me and who I am authentically.
Yeah. I love that. I think some of us are hesitant to do that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I think sometimes you're like, oh, I've been working and I need to do this, I need to do that. But we need to have that space sometimes. And even just like working out.
Yeah. I remember being a single mom and us feeling judged if we had that alone time. If we took the one night to go out and have drinks, it's okay for us to do that. And okay for us to take that time for ourselves.
Oh, 100%. I have to have it too. There's no way.
Yeah.
I'll go crazy. I go crazy.
I would say one of the other moments that stood out for me as I was a young woman developing my career in the healthcare business development world alongside of you was when I learned how to tell the temperature gauge of a meeting.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. You can only teach this to a very close friend, okay?
So there's two temperature gauges. Do you remember what both of them are?
Perhaps. You can share.
One of them is the lipstick.
Uh-huh.
What color of lipstick do we have on? And if that red lipstick is coming out, I know what type of meeting we're heading into. And I know what business is going to be done during that meeting. The other one was what type of underwear, or maybe if any, if we're wearing for that day. They say dress for the job you want, right?
Yeah, dress for the job you want. Well, I think that the underwear story is so funny because I remember it was that interview I had, and it was the highest paying job that I had ever applied for. This was years ago. And I had on this bomb-ass red dress.
Yeah.
I should have kept that red dress. I wonder if I still have it. Maybe I do.
Probably do.
I probably do. I had on this bomb-ass red dress. And I was so hyped, and I'd like tried it on, make sure it looked good. And I was like, oh, looks great. Like getting out of the house, I threw on the heels with it and everything. I leave, and I think it was like shortly after I left, I was like, oh my God, I didn't put on any underwear. And I think I called you after. I don't even remember.
Oh, yeah. I remember saying, well, what underwear did you wear? Did you kill it? And you're like, oh yeah, I didn't wear any.
It's like,
I forgot.
maybe that's a new thing. We don't wear underwear to interviews.
Yeah.
So the next time you need to kill an interview, just don't wear underwear. Okay, so getting into our salty segment, I think that this question fits it really well. What's one piece of advice you'd give women who are looking for their ride or die friend?
It's a good question. That person that you can show up and be 1,000% yourself. You can be 100% honest about the good, the bad, the ugly, and have them show up to you with that true unconditional love and support.
Yeah.
It's an energy though. It's a vibe.
It is a vibe.
You have to feel that with that person. But I think that, like when we said in the beginning of the podcast, I can show up and you can just take one quick glance at me and you can tell exactly what I need for that day.
Yeah.
Right? And it does take a little bit of time to get there, but honestly, I don't feel like it took. I look back through the years and you always knew what I needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of just like an understanding of each other.
Yeah.
And the person that you do love and care for. And it becomes a sort of friendship that you'll do anything for.
Oh, yeah.
And you understand each other's needs. And that's something that I've always appreciated about our friendship. And when someone's going through a really hard time, there is zero judgment. Like you can truly voice anything, even if you're frustrated or you're angry. And you know that your friend will have your back the next day, no matter what.
I would say the other pieces too is that friend that shows up and celebrates your wins, no matter what it is. There's no jealousy. There's no, it's truly supporting that individual for all their wins.
Yeah, that's actually a huge important piece because no one needs a jealous friend. If you got a jealous friend, they ain't your ride or die.
That's why I probably only got 5. You all know your names.
You all know your names. You get older, your circle gets smaller. I love it. Well, thanks for coming on today, Zale. I appreciate it.
I love you, my number one bitch.
I love you too. All right, that is a wrap up of the episode. Thank you so much for hanging out with my bestie and I. I hope this was something fun and playful. Got to know me a little bit better, as well as my best friend and the value of the friendship, value in friendship with women and your group and all that good stuff. Remember to subscribe. We're early into this podcast. I need you so much. If you have anything to say, you can DM me, whatever message, reach out to me. I want to hear. And as a salty piece of this episode, I want to know who your bestie is, why you're besties, and what you think creates the friendship that you have. All right, I will see you all next time. Thank you for joining me today on Salty City. Honestly, I love that you're all here. I look forward to the questions, the DMs, the Q&A. I want to hear from you. That's what this is about. So reach out to me. Please subscribe. If you want more, we're going to be dropping episodes weekly and it's going to be amazing and we're going to do it together. So I'll see you shortly.